welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're returning. So we are on episode 2 of Power Book 2. So I'm gonna just say this episode starts out, Tasha is sitting up here acting like she's confused as to how she find herself back locked up. Fool, are you not the one who got up in the courtroom and grandstanded and did all that? What the dude Davis didn't even instruct her to do that. She just got up and said, you know what, Tommy did it. He got rid of Ghost because I told him to. So you put yourself in this situation, so here she is. And then she's like, what's taking you so long? How could they get me for Queen Pen and this, that, and other? Fool, she's just too smart to be so damn dumb. I said, speaking of dumb, we go on to Tariq. Tariq sneaking in class. We know this boy is dealing with a lot. He goes into class and they got Bruchandra. That's her name, Bruchandra. I said, you know what? Next. We ain't want to talk about her because that's just, it's annoying. It's depressing. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that it shouldn't be. So, Tariq his father's getting put in the ground. And Tariq is who they want to do the eulogy. So he has the option here. Either he's going to make his father look real good or he's going to make his father look real bad. And the way I see it, I think Tariq just doesn't need to say anything. And come to find out, his mother feels the same way. Tasha was like, you know what? You just shouldn't even say anything. You should just, not. Because whatever he does, it's not going to work right. I just don't see it ending in his favor. But here we are. One thing I will say, Mary looks amazing with red hair. Well, we so used to seeing Mary with the blonde, but she looks really good with the red hair. And her character really picked it up this episode. Because last episode, I didn't really like her. She just seemed kind of masculine and a little, I don't know, weird. But this episode, she kicked it in. She did a hell of a job acting on this one. And speaking of magnificent acting, we have Method Man. So, Davis McLean. He is cold-blooded, boy, but I like him. But who's just as cold-blooded, if not even more ruthless, is that damn Simon Stern. So Simon tells Tariq that the book, Great Expectations, is a story for poor people. Because he said in that story, there's a struggle between moral code, morality, and ambition. And, he made a good point. And, because he's like, pretty much, if you are so concerned about your morals, you're not going to make it far. It's hard to have a moral compass that is, calibrated, I'll say, and make it further than the ground, So when y'all are ready to have that conversation about Black Lives Matter, y'all drop down in the comment section and let me know. Because, see, I ain't going to mess with it unless one of y'all or 10 of y'all or 100 of y'all say that y'all want to talk about some real stuff. Then we'll talk about some real stuff. But as of right now, that Great Expectations, what Simon said, I don't know. I think I kind of agree with Simon. It's hard to become huge and maintain, your morality. It just doesn't work that way. So what Simon said was, with Ghost, his ambition was his morality. And I had to think about it for a second. I said, wait a minute. That makes a lot of sense, and he's right, because that's always the one thing that he was chasing and could never really, get a hold of and get in order the way he wanted to. He always wanted to be better than what, who he was. He always wanted that, and it just never seemed to come to him. Unfortunately, he passed away chasing that. And he tried, but it just didn't work out for him. So, I don't know. That made a lot of sense. And I said, go ahead, Simon Stern. I think it made sense to Tariq as well. And that's going to affect him doing that eulogy. So I also was like, at first I was like, why does Simon want Tariq to get up there and say good things about his father? Then it hit me before they even said it. He wants him to do that because if he dirties his father's name, that could jeopardize his inheritance, which will jeopardize the money that Simon's supposed to get, or him getting Truth Nightclub, and it would just jeopardize everything. So you can't make him look too bad, or you messing with the church's money. So It's a balance. So when Tasha was talking to Tariq and she told him, hey, you know, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to. I said, okay, she finally got her sense. But the look in Tariq's eyes, I was like, I don't know. Tariq looked like he might go rogue. I don't trust him. He's still, you know, after last, we saw what he did that last season of Power, how he was such a freaking sneaky little spiny little, you know, whatever he was. So it's hard to trust Tariq, but we gonna see, because in his eyes it looked like he might go rogue. But as they go on, he does the eulogy, and I think he was very smart. There were a couple things he said that I was like, oh, why you say that? But for the most part, Tariq did good. He did a good job. So now Sax got Garza on his side to go after Tasha. And not even to go after Tasha, really to go after Davis, because he had a bone to pick with him. So I was really hoping that Garza didn't join in on this, but what happened was Sax played off of his own self-esteem. Since Davis got the one up on him, Garza's got something to prove, and this is bigger than Tasha. So now you got the teacher and Jabari. I'm sorry, I forgot her name, y'all. But what's up with old girl? I'm like, they sitting there arguing, and they say this about Tariq, and you know, Jabari's like, no, why are you doing what he doesn't want you to do? Did you ask his permission? And I was 100% with Jabari on this. It seemed like she was overstepping her bounds. And I know she means well, but it's like, why do you mean well? Why do you want to save this boy? What is it about you that, you know, you're lacking to where now you latching on to Tariq and making his issue, making your issue his issue by making his issue your issue? It was a little strange. I didn't really trust it, but she went ahead and did what she wanted to do. And as we saw, it didn't work in Tariq's best interest, because he got the hell up out of there and went to the party with old boy, with his little homeboy. So I said, well, that backfired in her face, but it should have, because she did the wrong thing. She wasn't supposed to throw a eulogy for his father, because you can't, I don't know, you can't do that. That was crazy. If y'all think she did the right thing, comment down below, but I feel like she overstepped her bounds. And speaking of overstepping bounds and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, how her and Jabari wind up doing what they did in the you know, in his office? I was like, ooh. Then she meets with the lady, and at first I was like, maybe this is her friend. Then I was like, nah, this seems like it might be her counselor. Come to find out, it's her sponsor. I said, hold on, is she a crackhead? What's going on? Sponsor? Oh, girl got a sex addiction, and she got a sex sponsor? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So what I thought was crazy is they're painting Tasha with that same brush that they painted, whoever did the painting, painted Monet with. Monet is a straight up gangster. And see, Tariq found that out because he needed to get the morning after pill into jail. So he thought that, oh, if I go through old girl Diana's father, you know, the father is to connect. No. It's actually mommy. Mommy got the move. Mommy got all the connections, and she making all the moves. The funniest thing to me is, it's always funny to me when Tariq gets real hood on him. When he go super hood. When they got over there, when the boy, when Kane was taking him back to the college, and Tariq pulled over, he said, let me tell you something. Listen, I know what this is, and your uncle's a rat. How else will he get home? I said, look at Tariq, you better show him what you made of. You know who your father is. Quit being out here simping, because that he just, you know, he's so emotional. But anyway, I love that part. Now, what absolutely took the cake was when Rashad Tate decided to show his behind up at the funeral. He is always there for a good photo op. I mean, it ain't a photo op until Rashad steps on the scene. So I was like, here we go. So he comes in and somehow he became the pallbearer. I thought that was a little strange, but I'm like, okay, you know, I would have thought Tariq would have been it, but I guess he's still young, and I don't know. Either way, Rashad takes the pallbearer, right? And in my mind, I was like, see, he gonna drop James right on his cold head. That's what he about to do. But he didn't drop him. And that surprised me, because I just knew. I knew it was coming. But y'all see baby girl had one word this episode. I said, okay, Now that's better than what she had in the past, because there be times when we didn't even see her behind. But yeah, so baby girl had one word. She said, "Mommy." I was like, okay. Tasha came out there. She stepped about the back of that cop car like she looked like Anna Wintour. I thought that was dope, but unfortunately she didn't get to get up there and give the eulogy. I wish that she would have, but we know that that would have been too much like right. So they gave it to Tariq, and like I said, I think he did a great job. He did good. So speaking of doing good and not doing good, why are we here again with Sax? It's like Sax just, if there's dirt, if there's a mud puddle to be stepped over, Sax is always gonna step right into it. Like here we are again. But it's okay, because see, Blanca's gonna give Sax every bit of what it is he needs as soon as she gets on that stand. And she actually told Davis that. She told Davis McLean when she was walking out, listen, Tasha's not no queen pin. Tasha didn't do this, Tasha didn't do that. But don't worry, we're gonna give Sax what he needs. Go ahead and put me on that stage. Put me on the stand, I dare you. And that's what's gonna happen. And you know what? I'm glad, because somebody needs to deal with Sax. Sax is doing too much. And we know right now this is not his motivation. This is, you know, Michael Ott. But still, it's just like whenever there's some dirt, it's always involving Sax. It's always involving Sax and Tariq. Whenever there's junk, it's always them two. So I thought it was great that Tariq, you know, he thinks it's the daddy, but it ain't the daddy. Like I said, that's that Monet. Monet is the mother effing man, and she shows just how powerful she is, and I love it. So she gets the little book inside of the jail cell with Tasha. Okay, Tariq is confused. Tasha's a bit confused, but here we are. So as we go into the next episode, I'll let you know, you get to see at the end what they gonna do. It seems that Tariq starts running, him and Kane, he starts running with those boys. I don't know what's up, but see, Monet knows. She knows there's something about that little one there. You need to dig a little deeper, and she is 100% correct. And I'm glad that she told her daughter, hey, you know, I know you think he cute, you like him and all that, and he's a little smart with a little bit of street to him, but she said everyone that comes in contact with him either winds up in jail or winds up dead. Look, we got to keep him close. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this episode, and we will definitely do this again next week. What are y'all's predictions? Who do you think is what? And then we also saw that Monet, she was down there with her husband. So they must be having a conjugal visit. So she still sees him, but at the end of the day, she's running stuff. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the blue bell for notifications, and thumbs your girl up, and we will do this again next week. See y'all.